If you want to know all the biggest turn-offs for a girl or a woman, stay tuned. I will be giving the lowdown of all the things guys do that drive us crazy. And I don't mean good crazy, I mean Angelina Jolie and Girl Interrupted crazy. Hello my friend and welcome to my channel, the place where we don't take life too seriously because none of us are getting out alive anyway. And today we are going to talk about something that I feel I want to help all the men out there, because while talking to this guy the other day, okay, he was saying like he never knows what women want. Women are so confusing, women are so complicated, all those typical things that a lot of guys say, and I was just like, we aren't that complicated. Maybe we should just be more open, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So without further ado, a Lego. So the one thing that just really, when a guy can't put in time and effort into his appearance. I'm not asking you to go get plastic surgery done so that you can look like Zac Efron, although it might work. But what I am asking you is just to make sure that your hair is always clean, you're clean, your nails are cut. Ooh. The worst thing for me is when you meet this like really sexy guy. He's like Channing Tatum's doppelganger or something, 12 out of 10. And then you take a look at his hands and he's got these claws on his fingers. Because for one, we don't want a caveman who can climb a tree just using his fingernails or toenails. And also, the other thing is, it's a bit of a safety concern for us. I mean, we want to feel safe around the guy. Like, we want to feel secure. So when you've got a guy with like these long, dirty nails, you're always a little worried because you never know when he might accidentally like brush his hand against your thigh. Will it be sexy, or will he like give you this massive gash and then it's just blood everywhere and it looks like a crime scene? Or his dirty fingernails gives you like gangrene. No man, cut the nails, okay? And also just put some effort into your outfits. A guy in a suit is like moist chocolate cake that you just want to rub your face in. Moving on. We know you can't wear suits every day, but that's fine. Just put a little bit of effort into what you're wearing. Don't just put on your like PT shorts with your flip-flops, or worse, your socks with your flip-flops. Just a little bit of effort, that's all we're asking. That brings me to another thing that just really negging. Okay, so that's basically, for those of you who don't know, it's when a guy kind of insults a girl with the hope to stand out from the other guys who's all trying to get with her. It manipulates her a little bit and plays on her self-esteem, and then she ends up going for you because she just really wants you to like her. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it will never work. I would be lying. A backhanded compliment delivered flawlessly will get our attention, but well-delivered backhanded compliment is a fine art that most men have not mastered. I've noticed that most guys, when they try this, they have a little bit more backhandedness and not that much of a compliment. So, for example, a good backhanded compliment would be... I will give you guys some credit. It's not easy thinking of a good backhanded compliment. I'm not usually into blondes, but you might make me change my mind. An example of a bad backhanded compliment that you should never give a woman: your mustache is softer than mine. See, despite popular belief, we don't like overt, obvious, in-your-face arseholery. Subtle arseholery? Different story. But we don't like obvious arseholery. And I know that's not really a word, but I'm using it anyway because it's got a nice ring to it. On that note, I want to bring up something else. When guys, especially guys you don't know, criticize your appearance, what you're wearing, or anything about you in terms of the physical, we generally don't dress to impress you, unless you're Zac Efron.
Hey baby girl.
Or unless she actually knows you beforehand, she's interested in you and she knows you're going to be there. She's not dressing to impress you specifically. Yes, we might dress to impress some guy that might be good looking, that we might and hopefully will meet tonight, but that doesn't mean that that's you. She's not dressing to impress you, and for that reason she probably doesn't care too much what you have to say about her outfit, especially if it's not something nice. I mean, like, I personally don't think a grown-ass man should be wearing denim shorts that short in public, like ever. But you don't see me saying anything, because my mom taught me that if you don't have anything nice to say, you don't say anything at all. See, there's a lot of things that go into us deciding what we wear at the end of the day. How much time did we have to look on Pinterest? How much time we had to get ready, full stop? Is it that time of the month? How many slices of cake we had that week? Maybe that's just me. But the point is, chances are she did not get dressed for you specifically. And if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Our next turn off, I will admit, it is a little bit complicated. It sounds more complicated than it is, but I'll explain it and hopefully help you out a little bit. Women don't like it when a guy is either too invested or too not invested. Like, we want a guy to like us, but not be all over us. And that's personally why I don't see why all these women are freaking out about people like Christian Grey. I mean, the dude met her like once and then he started following around everywhere and was all possessive and obsessive. It's creepy. But that's the thing. We don't like guys whose creepy gears are all the way up in fifth that looks like he's gonna help us end up in a episode on Crime Channel about stalkers who kill. But we also don't want a guy who's not interested in us at all, because sometimes guys take it a little bit too far and they not only make you feel like you are just an option for them, you're like the third or fourth option at most. No. Okay, so the trick is, and I'll make this really simple for you guys, she doesn't want to feel like she's in an episode of Stalkers Who Kill, and she doesn't want to feel like she's in an episode of The Bachelor. Now, before I get to my biggest turn off, like my biggest no-no, I just want to slide a little one in there, which I think might just be me, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Biggest turn off, a guy who doesn't smell nice, okay? We love it when a guy puts on a bit of a cologne and then he walks past you and you just get a bit of that whiff. Ugh, it just makes you weak in the knees. But the trick is there, again, there's a bit of a balance. It shouldn't smell like you fell into an ocean of cologne and David Hasselhoff had to come rescue you Baywatch style. Just a little bit of cologne, just a smidge. But now on to my biggest turn off. It's not even debatable. If you do this, it's not gonna happen. And I know a lot of women feel this way, and that is a guy who doesn't have a sense of humor. That is why I honestly don't get why the Edward Cullens and the Christian Greys of the world are so popular. I don't want no broody ass dude who looks like he's either chronically depressed or chronically constipated. I want a guy who can make me laugh, who can laugh at my jokes, and we can laugh together.
Hey baby girl.
Eventually, if you spend your life with this person, looks are gonna wear off. All that's left is personality. And I want to be that 80-year-old old fart sitting with my husband on the porch, just joking around, having a good laugh. But if I had to sit on my porch with a Edward Cullen, no thank you. I would much rather just throw myself off of that porch and break a hip or something. So there you go, the biggest turn-offs for a girl like myself. But if you enjoyed my video, remember to give me some TLC, comment, like, and subscribe. And specifically, I really want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Tell me whether you agree with any of these things or just share some of your biggest turn-offs. But on that note, it's time to give this week's shout out, and I want to give some love to Anne. Thank you so much for your support, and you know I love you. Stay awesome, and remember, when life shuts a door, open it. It's a door. That's how they work. Ciao.